We're going to make some creamy coconut chicken curry. Start cooking. We ask for 350 grams of cauliflower. Just going to tear that. So it weighs as I put it in. Not sure how much I've got here. Put in your measuring cup, and then we're going to chop it at speed 5 for 5 seconds. So they're asking us to transfer it into our Varoma dish and set aside. So this is the Varoma. That's the Varoma dish. Just leave a little bit of spaces in between for the steam to come through. Then we're going to put the Varoma tray on and put a bit at the top. And then we're going to chop up the rest of the cauliflower. We do it in 2 lots so that the cauliflower is chopped up evenly and looks like rice. Okay, so we're just going to do that bit as well. Transfer into Varoma and set aside. So there we've made our cauliflower rice that we're going to steam while we're doing the curry at the bottom. And just going to scrape that all into the Varoma dish. Okay, so we're going to set that aside and we'll steam it when we cook our curry. Next, they ask to clean and dry mixing bowl. Okay, so I've just rinsed out and dried my mixing bowl. Then next, it's asking for 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Not tablespoons, teaspoons, sorry. 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Next, we're going to brown onion. So we can't do onion, so I do celery instead. We're going to saute the onion and get it nice and brown. In the TM6, the browning function is really good with a high heat. 1 teaspoon of garlic paste. We can unfortunately not have garlic. And then ginger paste. So I've made this ginger paste before in the Thermomix. 1.5. Then green chilies. We can also not have chilies. So ours is a little bit different. You can adapt it as you can with your family. Now we're going to insert the measuring cup in the mixing bowl lid. And we're just going to chop up all the onion. Just want to show you quick, within 5 seconds it's all chopped up. Can you imagine if that was onion? So now keep your measuring cup in and we're just going to cook that at 100 degrees for 5 minutes. So while your onions are being sauteed, you can do anything else. What would you do with that 5 minutes you've got? I just quickly cleaned up the kitchen. Can have a cup of tea while I'm waiting. Also, while it's cooking, I can just go onto the 3 little dots and see the recipe details. Then we can see what's the next step and we can get our next lot of ingredients ready. So next we're going to need our tandoori paste, tomato paste, water, almond meal, chicken and salt. So we can get that ready while the Thermomix is cooking. So I wish this was smell-o-vision, so you can just smell, you can imagine the onion, garlic and ginger cooking at the moment. It's amazing. So next it asks for our tandoori paste. So the tandoori paste I made before in the Thermomix, there's a recipe for it, so easy. Then we've got tomato paste, 30 grams. Then next we've got 100 grams of water. And just tear that. As I'm pouring, it measures slightly over. Then 20 grams of almond meal. So almond meal you just make before you start your recipe. Just put almonds in, 10 seconds, speed 10, as easy as that. And then our chicken thighs. I've got a bit more that I'm putting in, and I'll just maybe cook it slightly longer. And then a teaspoon of salt. Okay, now we're going to place the varoma on top instead of our measuring cup. So your varoma just sits on top, and while your chicken is cooking, the steam will cook our cauliflower. And 8 minutes. What can you do with 8 minutes if you don't have to stand in your kitchen and stir your chicken dish? So I'm just going to check. As I said, I put a little bit extra chicken in, so I'll need to just cook that a little bit longer. I'm just going to go back one step and just cook it slightly longer. You might notice while it's cooking, there's a little button at the bottom here that shows you it's in reverse, so that the blades are not cutting at the moment, it's just stirring, so it won't chop up all your meat. Okay, so I've given it a few extra minutes to cook. It's asking me to stir my cauliflower. If you look over here, the bottom is nicely steamed already, so I'm just going to give that a bit of a stir. And remember to leave a few holes for the steam to come past. The top hasn't steamed as much, so that might need a little extra time. Next, it asks us to secure the varoma lid again and then to cook another 4 minutes. There we go. Okay, so it's just about finished. At the bottom it says you can steam until it's cooked to your liking, so you can prolong for another 2 minutes if necessary. So let's put this is nicely steamed. If you put your lid down and you put your varoma on top, there's no mess on your cupboard. So I'm just going to transfer this into my thermo server, because then it'll keep warm until I'm ready to serve. And this can keep warm up to 2 hours in the thermo server. So just putting our cauliflower rice in here. And the rest as well. So this is a nice dish to make if you are wheat-free, gluten intolerant, doing keto, any of those. I'll put my lid on to keep my cauli rice warm. Now we've got to add 90 grams of coconut cream. I like to remove my lid. It's easier to add things. Oh, this curry already looks so yummy. Next, we're just going to insert our measuring cup again and cook another 2 minutes. Okay, so it's cooked another 2 minutes with the coconut cream in it. And now we're ready to serve. We can just put our cauli rice in. And then your beautiful creamy coconut chicken curry. And you can garnish with some coriander and enjoy.